Okay, cool. Hello? Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright. Alright, fully set up now. Okay. Actually. Alright guys. Hi everyone. Can everyone hear me in the chat? Okay. So I hope you guys are excited because we're gonna be doing our first ever composer forum today. Alright. There is music playing right now, right? And okay, so I'm gonna first alright, so let's just get started then. Okay. So let's first have Ethan and Fro and Mikey all introduce themselves real quick. Okay. So
Hello.
yeah,
I'll
just
start.
say hi guys. This people on the chat, can you guys hear Ethan when he's saying stuff? You guys should be able to hear him. Yeah? Can Fro and Mike, can you guys both say something?
Hi guys.
Okay.
Hi guys, I'm here.
Okay, great. And it should show up on my screen as well. It's like who is talking. So believe me guys, I'm very proud of setting all of this up. It is just the audio issue. Audio stuff is always a challenge, but I think we got things to work. Okay. All right. So Ethan, do you want to tell us a little bit about what we're doing today?
Yeah, so this is a composition forum. It's the thing that composers do in conservatories, universities. We meet weekly to present pieces, present our own work for peer critique, or other people's work, composers that we may like. So yeah, we'll hear works from me, Fra, and Mikey today.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's really fun because I wanted to showcase like the pieces, the composers in our community, because we have a lot of fantastic ones, and this will be a great chance for each of the composers today to we're gonna play their works, okay, and then we're gonna just ask them a few questions and talk about it, and then we'll like open it up for like a roundtable kind of style Q&A, as well as questions from the chat. Okay, so I think this will be a great it's the first time doing it, so so I don't know how it's gonna go, but I feel like it's gonna be fun, right guys?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Okay. And then like unless you're unless we tell you please don't speak in VC, okay? Okay, cool. All right, so the first person we have is Fro, right? The first composer we have on the schedule is Fro, and he has this piece called Pleasant Trails. So Fro, why don't you yeah. You're first.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, this piece was actually inspired by the last, like, the test we had for the Composers Forum a couple of weeks ago, because I remember like bashing myself that I don't write enough pieces for solo piano, which is a shame because I'm a pianist, like, so I just pushed myself, tried to compose something for the piano, and ended up with this. But this is actually the second piece of like a cycle of pieces that I'm working on, because the first one was a little too a little too simple to show off.
Oh, okay.
So this is it.
What is it? What is this
Yeah,
piece
something.
about? What does the title mean? What is it about?
Adventure and like
Uh-huh.
a journey. I wanted to create this like adventurous theme, which you will hear because like the main theme of the piece is actually inspired by the Concerning Hobbits theme from the Lord of the Rings, but I made it into my own twist. And like
Okay.
I wanted the piece to feel like a journey, like you're
Okay.
longing for something, you're searching for something, and you're in for an adventure, basically.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So that sounds fun, and it's it's based on Lord of the Rings, so it should have some interesting tie-ins, right? To the Shire theme,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, cool. Let's hear it then. Okay. So I'm gonna play the audio. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, now it should work. Okay. No, pyro. Okay, sorry. All right, let me just restart it. How's the audio, guys? Sorry, I just want to restart it so that I can make sure that the audio is good. Is the audio loud, soft compared to my voice? People on stream. Just want to make sure that the audio is good.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, like at the right volume, I don't want it to be too soft. Okay, people are saying it could be a little louder, so let me just pump up this waveform a little bit. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and listen to Pleasant Trails by Fro, okay? 3, 2. All right, I'm just gonna increase everything by a little bit more then. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself as well. Okay, let me mute myself first. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Wow. Everyone,
Nice
let's
work,
give a
bro.
Good job,
round of
man.
applause for Fro's composition, and let's see
Thank you
some
so much, guys.
let's see some applause or emojis in the chat for Fro's work, guys.
I like the flow it has.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Well, I guess you just heard a short portion of my work.
Yeah, that was Mikey's. But yeah, cool. So that was a very pleasant, definitely, piece. And I don't know, how should we start, Ethan?
I can start with my thoughts.
Okay.
It's such a pretty piece. It's so lovely. It's very feel good, very indulgent. I can tell that you really enjoyed writing this piece.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like oftentimes we write pieces for like a particular purpose or goal in mind, or but this one I can tell like you wrote it because it was for yourself in this case. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Like, I really want to keep composing for the piano. And it's still rather uncomfortable for me to compose for solo piano, so I'm working myself.
Really, as a pianist?
I know, it's really strange. It's some weird mentality that I have.
Because I know a lot of pianists who compose a lot for their own instruments. So it's funny seeing the things.
I've always been more comfortable composing for an orchestra, for example. You know, all the different colors and instruments and possibilities. So like composing for solo piano, it's kind of limiting for me almost.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, you definitely have a lot of different textures. You're definitely comfortable using all sorts of different techniques in the piano. I think there's a really good variety, so it doesn't feel stuck anywhere. There's one thing, the very ending, I kind of tuned out for that like flat 6 thing. It went on a little bit too long for me. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of took over at the end.
Like
That's
around.
absolutely true.
Sorry.
It's basically the entire final section.
Oh.
Flat 6.
I can actually pull it up and let's just hear it really quickly. Is it this part?
Yeah.
Did it play? No, it didn't play. Sorry. 1 second. Yeah, it should be playing. Why? Oh, okay. I know why. Okay, it should be playing now. Oh, sorry. Is that loud? Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear it?
We can't hear it.
You guys
Yeah, we
cannot?
can't hear it.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just double check. Okay. Really loud still. Now you guys can hear it. All right, here we go.
Oh my god, that's so fast!
What?
Sorry.
That's impossible.
It's because of the setting. Sorry guys. This is, yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so, all right. I promise I'll get this stuff figured out next time, but it's not so easy to play it back on. So this is the part you're talking about?
Yeah, that part.
Okay. Okay, so you're saying like it kind of sits on that flat 6, kind of like you know, chord progression until it resolves finally at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I give us like a short thought on this? I think maybe with that part, he could have like had something that was like of like a different chord. I think like instead of just going from F major to I think like B flat half diminished or something like that. Like he could have maybe tried something that kind of like surprises the listener, you know. I mean, that's just me speaking. Like,
Yeah, you are both right. And like, actually, the flat six, I started using it in the middle section, I think. So it's like over half of the piece is based around the flat six, and I think I struggle to get out of that mode almost. I kind of got stuck in that flat six thing all the way to the end. And I totally agree. It's kind of bland towards the end.
something I think you could have done that would have been like really, really surprising would be going to something like A major from that flat six or something like that. That would have been really cool. Or something like modulating using tritones. So like maybe you could have done B major or something.
Yeah.
B major.
I don't know how that would sound.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too happy.
No, I know.
But yeah.
I wasn't trying to. I was like, what does B major
It sounds like Mozart with octaves.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Wait,
yeah,
you
but
said
I
B
get
major,
maybe
not B
not
flat
really.
major.
I don't know.
Okay. There was a good comment that I saw in chat. Dragon Slayer Origin says, this song tells of Bilbo's journey from The Hobbit. In the beginning, it sounds like the song is longing for something that it doesn't understand what it needs. But then in the middle, there's like a journey that happens with ups and downs. And then at the end, it reminds him of old Bilbo as he was preparing for his final journey, leaving everything aside. So, what do you think about that, Fro?
That's so deep. That's deeper than I anticipated, actually.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean,
it kind of makes me. Oh, sorry. Go.
Yeah, like I didn't have a particular story in mind when I wrote this piece. I was inspired by Lord of the Rings or Hobbit, of course, but I didn't have like a specific or a particular story in mind. So I guess it's up to interpretation, and this is a beautiful story.
I think kind of like where like the whole thing where it like goes from like F major to like flat six constantly. I think that makes me think like some sort of like wandering, like you just don't know where you're going. Like someone's in space, maybe they were traveling somewhere and then they just got like kicked out, and now they're just floating through space and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to think. They're just kind of wandering through space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the power of.
And they're looking at the stars before they die.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's some of that image too. Some universe kind of feelings. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, any more thoughts on Pleasant Trails before we move on to the next piece?
No, overall it was like really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, it was really nice. Really beautiful.
And thank you, chat.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next piece. Okay, so this one is by Mikey, and it is. So I just have to pull everything up right now. Hold on a second. It's called Etude in G minor. Okay.
Etude Tableau in G minor.
Oh, sorry. Ooh.
It's okay.
Fancy pants over here.
Fancy pants. Okay, do you want me to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, can you?
Okay, so I wrote this a couple months ago, and that was around the time I was practicing the certain Scriabin Etude, Opus 8, number 12. You've probably heard of it in D sharp minor.
It's like,
and I kind of wanted to use that chord progression in a way. And I like the fact that like that piece in general uses a pedal point. If you can see at the start of the piece, it's like lingering on G. Like it's just sitting there, and then it just keeps going. It's kind of like when I was composing this, I was kind of thinking of like an ocean storm, like waves in the ocean, giant waves so big you cannot even try to be scared of them. They just envelop you. And it's kind of like there's a storm going on in the ocean. It's so chaotic. It's so I don't it's so bombastic to the point where it almost seems supernatural, almost as if I would say God made it happen, kind of. No religion, but I'm just saying. It kind of like I thought about like in a way that kind of like something supernatural like a god was like grieving and he was raging in a way. But basically it's just really chaotic. I hope you enjoy.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to hearing that stormy vibe in this piece.
I agree with that one comment. I can't see whose name it is, but they said that Opus 42 number 5 is better than Opus 8 number 12. I agree with them.
Oh, okay. I actually don't know what I haven't heard that one. But
It's good.
Yeah, I mean A12 is the one that everyone plays anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and hear Etude Tableau in G minor by Michael Nicht. Nicked. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to mute myself as well. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, begin. Awesome. Frick. Nice.
Nice job, Mikey.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That
That
was
was-
really nice.
Let's get some applause in the chat, guys, for Mikey's piece. It's dope. Okay. Wow. Definitely heard the some Scriabin influences in that.
Yeah, also another composer that really inspired me to write this piece was Sergei Rachmaninoff. I know you like him too. You played his G minor prelude. I remember that very vividly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's giving me his E flat etude.
Yeah. I think I actually wrote this when I was practicing that one versus the Scriabin one.
Yeah, I can hear I can hear that.
Yeah. Is it the E flat? Is that the first one? The first tableau etude?
The E flat minor by Sergei Rachmaninoff. Are you thinking of the Opus 33 or the Opus 39?
I can't keep track. I think it's 33.
No, it's not inspired by that. The 33 is the one that goes like really chaotic
Yeah.
and has a bunch of notes.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
inspired by the one that goes like da, 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 da. You know that one? Yeah.
All right. Cool. Oh, that's in Opus 23. Okay. Gotcha. Fantastic. All right. So, Ethan, why don't you start us off with some comments?
You're so romantic. It's very, very Russian romantic, very intense, very pour your heart out, your soul, and like wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Well, what were your kind of the emotions that you felt? I mean, obviously, a lot of it cannot be expressed, but just like give us.
I felt a lot of anger and kind of despair when I was writing this. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt anger. Like, we all know that 2020 was not the best for all of us, and I was quite upset with some of the things going on, especially being in quarantine. Kind of like you feel alone, you can't talk to people, and it's kind of sad. Like you just want to go throw something.
I can tell there's anger, but there's also like a containedness to it, because I think this piece it's a lot more patient than a lot of your music.
Yeah. I tried to keep it controlled, but also like at some point I would release it all.
Mhm.
Like I think there's a balance between like kind of like keeping yourself restrained, and then sometimes you just have to let everything, just release. It's kind of a bottled up piece in a way.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely heard that frustration and that kind of I mean, I can totally relate, being in quarantine is such a frustrating feeling for all of us, right?
Yeah.
And so I heard that, a lot of that. I just want to play a little bit of snippet just to remind you guys. Like, I don't know why I want to play this measure. So, just a little bit. I don't know. I felt like, you were going through like mood swings then, no? Or
Yes, I was.
Like that.
I was trying to like have some like short sarcasm there, but I kind of turned it back into more of a cynicism, more of an anger. So it's kind of like someone's like acting like they're being sarcastic, but in reality they're not.
Oh.
And they're just angry.
Right. And then the full-blown climax is like right here, right? Where it goes like quadruple or triple forte? Are you looking at my
Yes,
screen? Oh,
and
you're
then
looking at my screen.
and then it
Okay.
gets even
Yeah.
more chaotic at one point where it starts like speeding up, you know?
Oh, I noticed that, and I was so surprised. I was like, "Why is it speeding up?" But that was really hectic. Like it really got super fast. I think it'll
Measure
be
132.
measure
Yeah,
one.
that one.
Let me just play it real quick so that people know what we're talking about. Okay. Yeah, here it really speeds up. Yeah. Okay.
On my end, I can't really hear the accelerando. Maybe that's just Sibelius.
Oh, that's Sibelius. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're right. That's Sibelius. Translation issue from MuseScore, obviously.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's okay. Okay, cool. Fro, did you want to provide some comments?
Yes, I do. I think it was funny that you mentioned Rachmaninoff in the beginning, because I was taking some notes while I was listening to this, and literally the first word that I wrote was, "Wow, this is so Rachmaninoff." Oh my god. And I just want to ask you, Michael, can you actually play this?
No, but I was thinking of asking the chat if they want me to learn this.
Yeah, because this is a really cool piece. No, this is a genius piece. This is a genius
Nah,
piece.
I'm not a genius.
And it is. You know why? Because you really got me thinking, like, very visually about this storm and the waves and all that happening in this piece. And I really think you portrayed that so incredibly good with these like triplet motions da 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 that you have like consistently throughout the piece.
Yeah.
It really gives off a wave feeling.
I think it's
you have
coming
this-
back to me.
Yeah, you have like these waves going up and down on this stormy seas, and you have this like huge intervals, especially in the left hand, and it's really stormy, and I really really like that.
It's coming back to me that like I think I was especially thinking of the ocean when I was writing this because of the accompaniment. Yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah, I can tell. And I really like the ending where I imagine like the ending when the piece calms down a little, that you have like the sun, it starts to shine through the dark clouds and all the waves are calming down, and it becomes like the sea becomes more calm and at night. It's a very good ending to the piece. Like,
well, I mean, it's in
the
major,
sunshine after.
right? It's in G major.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to play this live because my piano's quite out of tune. But maybe I'd record it at. My friend has a Steinway. I could record it at his house and send it to you guys.
That's what we want. That's what we want. We want the Steinway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to play that. It's a beautiful ending.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece, and I love the pedal points, and I love the harmony, and like I love like the build up in the middle of the piece.
I wish I could go back to this kind of like this era of my compositional quote unquote career in 2020, because I was so inspired by Scriabin and Rachmaninoff, and now I just kind of like write these dissonant, sarcastic pieces. I know Winston Lim, fellow composer, would know.
Yeah, Winston has also submitted some sarcastic stuff.
Insanely sarcastic stuff. Oh my. His prelude in E minor is kind of funny.
Oh. Okay, cool. No, I think just for a comment from my side is like I felt like there was a lot of variation in the piece, even though you stuck to like the G minor, harmonic pedal point and family, right? But it still felt like the energy and stuff didn't quite bore me, you know, or it didn't lose me in the sense that it would just like, oh, there's too much of that G minor going on, you know.
I think probably what helped that was like some parts it would sound like it would be going to modulate to a certain key, but then it would modulate to something completely different. Like I think like in the middle section, I don't know if there really is a middle section, but there's like a point where it sounds like it's going to modulate to G minor again, but then it goes to E minor, and I think maybe that helps, I guess. Like a lot of like deception and surprise.
Right, it does go to E minor or E flat minor.
E minor, yep.
Which measure? I just want to hear it real quick.
It's close to
oh, it's like 96. Yeah.
I don't know. I've written this so long ago.
Let me hear this.
No, that's not there. It's probably near that one sarcastic part that you were talking about earlier.
Oh, okay. I mean, I do see some modulations that you did, so I think that helps. Okay, cool. Any more comments before we move on to, or I think, you know, we're actually making pretty good time. So, yeah. Ethan, do you have anything more to say?
Have you thought of orchestrating this?
No, I'm not good at orchestration at all. I mean, I'd love it if someone else did.
Because the way you write for piano is very grand. It's like it's not meant to be contained by the piano.
That's kind of how Scriabin writes. I remember watching a Narai Soul video where she was talking about how Scriabin is. It's kind of like you're using the entire piano, but it's not enough.
Yeah. Or like it reminds me of even like the Rachmaninoff's concerto, you know, like the second one. I mean, obviously it's very different, but I feel like it could open up and expand into like a concerto almost. Actually, definitely could.
Maybe like a cadenza for a concerto or something, or maybe that could be the main theme of a concerto.
Yeah, yeah, it's very romantic.
But also, like, I feel like there would have to be like a second theme, but sort of in relation to the first theme in a way, just like some rhythmic variation in a way.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Slayer asked, is there going to be a second or third movement?
Oh my, I don't know.
Okay.
But if you want to check out something that has movements, I guess you could check out my Sonata in D. But I don't know. It's pretty long if you'd want to listen. But that's for another time, not now.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think today we can just stick to these standalone pieces. Okay, awesome. Let's move on to the last piece. Hopefully everyone in chat is ready for Ethan's piece. Okay, so let me pull up the sheet music first. Okay. All right, here we go. It's called Games for Piano, Trio, and Percussion. Okay, by Ethan Soledad. And ooh, we have a nice what do you call opening page. Whenever a composer includes like the opening pages, like, you know, this is a serious deal. I'm just gonna read this for everyone. Okay, his
Okay.
Or unless Ethan, do you want to just talk about it instead?
Yeah, I wrote this in the fall of last year for my grad school portfolio. So my comp teacher, looking at the works I did have, she noticed that a lot of my works are very open-ended in terms of the form. So she advised me to write something new that does have a structure to it that I could talk about. So I chose sonata form because I could use it pretty flexibly. And I chose piano trio because it's a traditional ensemble. I could find it pretty easily, and percussion just because I wanted to spice things up a little bit, as you can see in the program note. And I wrote this around the time the game Among Us was kind of blowing up, so that was on my mind. And with the beginning of the parts interjecting, it gave me the image in my mind of like a group of friends staying up really late at night playing a game together, and that's kind of how the piece rolled out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. And I just want to say, like, from my perspective, like, you know, I've heard some of your choral stuff, right? And the more deeper stuff that you wrote. So I feel like this one is like definitely like a contrast, right? Like you kind of
it's really
want it to
fun,
be
really
different.
lighthearted. Mm-hmm.
You want it to be different than your previous works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, excellent. So let's go ahead and listen to this. All right. I'm gonna mute my microphone soon, so just get ready, everyone. We're gonna listen to Ethan's piece, Games, called Games. Okay, so mute my microphone now. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Wow, Zaz.
That was interesting.
Okay, let's get a round of applause for that, guys, in the chat.
Awesome.
And that was impressive.
I
Thank you.
really did like it. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Was it supposed to have like a lot of humor in it? Because I found a lot of it like humorous and like playful in a way, I guess.
Yeah, really lighthearted, really fun. I wanted people to enjoy themselves playing it.
Yeah. I mean, the percussive aspect of it, like the interplay between the instruments, right, and between the voices, makes it so that like I think like the performers have to be like super locked in, right, in order to pull off like some of these contrapunto. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly, but you know, these syncopated things that you have going on here, you know.
Yeah. I did have this performed in the fall, and the first rehearsal I went to, I like wanted to cry because it was a big mess. Because okay, it was only one person. It was one violinist who did not practice, and I was very upset with him.
Oh.
But they pulled it off. In the end, they pulled off a decent performance of it. So I'm okay with it.
Oh, okay. So why did you get? So how come you didn't submit the live performance for us to listen to?
Musically, I was a little bit disappointed in it, but
Oh, okay.
this is okay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Fro and Mikey, do you guys want to? Yeah, why don't we start us off with you guys' comments?
Yeah, I have a lot to say about this piece actually.
Okay.
And I want to start off by saying that this is also a very genius piece, just like Michael's piece.
Thank you.
Because like, I like how you use the like percussion to create these almost like metallic effects together with the strings and piano. It's like you create more than music. It's like you're painting an environment for us to exist in, and it's really game like. And I like that you brought up Among Us because I really got like an Among Us feeling. With all these metallic sounds and space things going on in the background and all that. I think that's really cool. And I like when you switch to the bongos. I really got the feeling of this typical jungle shooter game almost. And some of the piano parts got me thinking of Zelda, and it was a lot of fun listening to. It was like an adventure as well, like through different games. And like when you return to the like main theme towards the end, it was like a wake up call almost. That oh shit, it's 4 o'clock. I need to go to bed. Like I've been playing all night long. I need to stop playing games and do something.
And then they're like, just one more game, and then by like the end, it's like, okay, I'm gonna win this, right?
Exactly. It was really intense. It was like this boss solo, this boss battle solo thing, and one thing that I really liked was the two final notes of the piece, because it really sounded like you paused a game, like you pressed the pause button and it was like Pepe, and it was paused because you're like, oh, I'm just gonna give up. Fuck this, you know.
You know, I didn't think of that, but I should put that in the program note now.
Actually, I thought about that like immediately. It was really nice. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, just a question. What does al niente mean?
To silence.
To silence. Okay. Nice. It's fancy terminology over here.
It's not that fancy. Come on. The fanciest part about this is the muted piano part. I don't know if you saw that with the little crosses over the notes.
Wait, what? Which part? Which measure?
Let me see. It's like in the middle of the piece, during the development section, like bar 33. Yeah.
Like these guys with the crosses on the top.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So like you put your arm or your hand behind the frame of the piano, so it like mutes it, so it's softer when you press it.
Okay, so basically pressing your arm against the strings so that it's like it's kind of like a what is it called? Modified piano sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Sibelius actually play back that?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
That's sad.
Okay. Yeah, Mikey?
I have some comments too. Now that I'm thinking about it, like after listening to it, it makes me think of not just like games, but kind of like there's something running around house in the middle of the night, and it's dark outside. It's like a mouse running through her house, trying to mess around with everything. Kind of like the playful nature of this piece like makes me think of that kind of in a way. Like you hear all these metallic sounds. It's almost as if something is going around in the middle of the night and like making noise, trying to get into things it probably shouldn't be getting into. I don't know. That's kind of what I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely. I also had this image of like you're trying to not get caught by your parents. So that's why when it comes back on the recapitulation, it's all soft and really quiet. Then there's like these random outbursts of forte.
Yeah, I mean, I think, people in chat saying like Tom and Jerry vibes. I think like I got that. I could see some of that too.
I'm guessing when it gets fortissimo, they get in trouble.
I mean, okay.
They don't get in trouble. It just gets really intense in the game.
Like it's like these children are messing around and they're afraid their parents are going to wake up. They just made a loud noise, and then they go up to their parents' room and try to see if they're awake, and no, they're asleep. So they continue to play their little games.
Exactly.
And
one more.
And you wrote a lot of these, like, okay, so when I was looking over your score earlier, I saw like a bunch of stuff here. So, like the thing about like scoring, right, is that you can write whatever you want, right? But it's up to the performer whether they want to like read and listen to you, or like do their own interpretation, right? So I'm just asking you, like, when you wrote all of these, instructions for the stream players, right? What was going through your, what were you thinking?
Well, just to give a good variety of timbres and sounds, just from the instrument. And for this part, to make it a bit more edgy, a little bit more gritty. That's why you see a lot of the molto sul ponticello, where they play close to the bridge, so it brings out the higher partials. It's a little bit nasal and really harsh.
Oh. Okay. And so like that way you get more of that physical aspect of the instrument itself. Okay.
And the overpressure makes it really crunchy.
I see. Okay, cool. And then someone from chat asks, what was the specific influences for your score?
My colleagues, who I got to study with over the summer, you probably don't know their names, so there's not much use in saying it, but my friend, she has this really intense sense of rhythm, and that's where I got a lot of the influence from with the percussion part. She wrote this piece for piano, 2 violins, and percussion, where similarly the parts are kind of interjecting one another, but the main difference between our pieces is that mine's a bit more consonant words. Hers is highly chromatic, pretty much the entire way. And the other one is my mentor, I got to study with over the summer, I said. And it's very similar to this really playful, diatonic, whole tone-ish sound world, and the use of the accented techniques like the muting piano and smacking the bottom of the piano.
I mean, that kind of thing cannot even be notated, right?
You can. You just have to say smack the bottom of the piano and have like little X's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, basically telling them to make a very percussive sound instead of playing the keys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will assume that's correct. Okay, so cool. I mean, it's really, really nice writing, and from my perspective, I think, I think I mean, there's too much to talk about, so honestly, to focus on any one point would be kind of hard. Oh yeah, one question I was thinking about was like, how did you decide on like these different percussion instruments? Because you have like what is it, the taiko block, right? Is that the T? Is that what it stands for?
Yeah, the tempo blocks, maracas, guiro, and the bongos. I don't know how I decided. I just know I wanted to be completely unpitched, and you could like hold it in your hand.
Okay. And then why unpitched? Like, why not like the xylophone or like, I don't know, something more melodic?
Well, that's what the piano and the cello and the violins are for. So I thought I would assign purely percussive parts to the percussionist.
Okay. And it's like he has to carry all of them, right? He has to have all of them at his disposal and just switch from one to the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not hard. They just had like a little table and everything was stood up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for a lot of this, I actually wrote the percussion part. I kind of improv the percussion part and then wrote everything else above it, so that the climax before the recap, I wrote the percussion part first for all of that. And then I put everything else on top of it.
That's really cool, actually. Basically, that means that like that makes the percussiveness of the piece like kind of like take the main stage as the driving factor, right? As opposed to starting with like the piano, or most composers start with the piano actually even for ensemble arrangements.
The percussion really is the main star of this piece.
Yeah. Are you sure you didn't have Tom and Jerry inspirations?
I am very sure. I actually didn't have any game music in my head.
Okay. What does that mean?
Like, I wasn't listening to game music to like a video game OSTs to get inspiration for it. So.
Like you weren't listening to the GameCube intro.
I was not.
I mean, it definitely doesn't sound like, yeah.
It kind of fits the piece, Like that kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Innocence, playfulness.
Yeah, I think that was. I mean, overall to me, it just feels very avant-garde,
Really? I don't think it's that avant-garde. I've listened to avant-garde, and I don't really associate myself with those people.
I wonder what would be considered avant-garde now.
Yeah. I mean, okay,
Well,
there's
you'd be surprised.
Like not even John Cage 4 minutes 33 seconds could be considered avant-garde now.
Yeah.
That's canon now.
Pretty much, yeah. I've seen pieces that use like brain waves to create music or something like that.
I'm guessing that there's probably some people who somehow translate radio messages from, like, they translate radio messages to music. That would be weird.
Of course, that's the entire, we call them spectralist school, where they basically base everything off of the overtone series of, like, maybe they'll listen to a bell sound, then they'll record the bell and analyze the sound spectrum of it and write a piece on it, and it'll be like the grass flowing in the wind knows no sorrow. You're like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the fuck does that mean? And it just sounds bizarre.
Like, what I think of as avant-garde is kind of like the whole Soviet Russia meme. In America, people walk in shoes. In Soviet Russia, shoes walk on you. So I'm guessing there's probably a piece that's avant-garde now, where the sheet music plays you and you don't play the sheet music.
All right, that's not avant-garde. That's just a meme, man.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, maybe memes are the new avant-garde, you know?
I love it when people say, like, score, but it's just like a page of instructions. I'm like, is that really a score? Like, can you really call that a score?
Oh God.
Like someone could turn in an essay they wrote and, like, call that sheet music now, even though there's, like, no notes at all. Like, they could turn in, like, an article from CNN or something like that and call that music. Like, what?
Okay, let's not go that crazy.
Let's move on.
Let's just say everything is music if you want it to be.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I like to think of it as, like, you know, there's so many textures and sounds obviously to explore, right? But those all reside within, like, the kind of value realm of music, where you're, like, you know, trying to explore different frontiers in terms of, you know, the kind of, like, techniques you use, or the kind of, you know, devices or the methods, right? But in my opinion, like, okay, so that, like, kind of experimental region, like, you can probably go on into, like, you know, any kind of, like, different material to make music. But in terms of, like, the meaning aspect of music, like, I think there's, you know, like, you know, the difference between, like, the meaning aspect of music, which is, like, what are you trying to tell, what kind of story are you trying to say, or what kind of feelings are you trying to create in the listener, or kind of message that you want to send to the listener, right? People are telling me to move back from the microphone a little bit. It's like, what kind of message are you trying to say? I think that area is a lot more interesting to me, you know, and I think that, you know, just to, like, kind of, like, bring back the discussion from, like, all the memes and stuff, you know, in terms of, like, what is the real meaning behind your piece? Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so like, yeah, so, like, what was the, like, the deeper meanings that you wanted to convey?
The deeper meaning that I want to convey, I wanted the ensemble to really breathe together, because we spent the entire summer having all these virtual projects and not being able to really be around other musicians and play with each other in the same room. And when we had this opportunity to actually have a live performance, that's something that I wanted to instill. That's why this piece is so complex in the way all the parts interject in each other. I guess you could call that the deeper meaning of this piece, if that's what you want to. Who is gifting tier 1 subs to 1 billion people?
Oh God, he's just trying to reach 69. No, but I think that's so. Actually, that's something that I wanted to talk about with you because, I've spoken to you in the past, and you've mentioned how you want to make the piece primarily fun for the performers, right? Like that's one of your goals when you're writing music, right?
Exactly.
So my question is, how much does that effort take precedence over your other goals of like conveying a message, or like or even your own compositional aspirations, like what you truly want to say? How much does the performer aspect balance out with those other motivations?
I mean, I don't think that they interfere with each other. That's part of being a composer, is figuring out what are the best ways you can use the instrument to express what you want to say. You're not writing for a computer, you're writing for people.
Okay. I don't know if I worded that correctly. But like there's always a balance, right?
Can I add something? Like,
yeah.
I think like what he meant by like making it fun for the performers, I think something that would be fun for a performer might also be fun for a listener, just in a different way. So I was thinking maybe that the deeper meaning of this piece would be like to be fun. Am I right, or what?
Yeah, for people to just have fun and enjoy themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually have a follow-up question on that. Like, in terms of a piece being performed in front of an audience, like what kind of reaction do you expect from your audience when you
For this piece?
Yeah,
or in general?
I think in general, but we can take this piece as an example. Like, what kind of reaction is it that you expect from an audience?
I want them to think it's a bop.
Okay, that's good. But
If
like,
I was in your shoes and I was like composing the piece, I don't know. I always, like, when I listened to this, I kind of felt curious. Like it instilled a sense of curiosity. Maybe that's what you wanted. Like a sense of discovery.
No, that wasn't my main goal, but the idea of having these really, I don't want to say avant-garde, but extended techniques, and making them kind of accessible, quote unquote. Yeah, I guess that could be curious in a way.
That sounds so condescending. Like you were like, okay, I have knowledge of these avant-garde techniques, and now let me like, okay, not condescending, but like sounds like like you're trying to bring it to the masses, right? Bring these techniques more for people to enjoy.
Jacob Collier.
No, but I was curious, like, even like, do you think my assessment is like correct, or I mean, do you think what I said is like relevant to what you were doing?
Yeah, you're pretty spot on.
So you actually thought about making these techniques more accessible?
Yeah, because they are often used in a very harsh kind of avant-garde world that is not as accessible. So I thought, let's bring that, make it more fun.
It is fun, and I like that. I think that's so much better than than not than doing it like super avant-garde, which
there's so much like serious music.
Like it's like not doing like complex things just for the sake of people like being nerdy about it. It's kind of like being complex for the sake of evoking a certain feeling. Like sometimes I like when I think of some people who try to write like people like Liszt, who were actually geniuses, like sometimes they will just write down like a bunch of notes just for the sake of it sounding difficult. And like what I think about like with the avant-garde, sometimes they will just do these extended techniques just for the sake of them being extended, not for the sake of like feeding the bigger picture,
Mm.
It's
I
hard
mean-
to say. Composers are weird people,
I'm a weird person.
I think you definitely are going down the wrong path if you start with the technique and you're like, you try to force out some kind of music.
Like, I mean, I would say it's good to learn the technique, but just to use the technique just for the sake of technique is just kind of not gonna get you anywhere.
Yeah, I had to write this piece that uses purely extended techniques for my comm class, and I hated it. I've never been more I wrote in my notes, I've never been more uninspired in my entire life. But you know what? I learned what's out there,
Uh-huh.
and I'm glad that I had that experience.
Well, that's what schools are for, right? That's what class is for.
Yes.
I feel like though, like once you get out into the real world, it's like a teacher on how to get it all like going together and flowing to make a big product that's like understandable.
Well, the real world definitely does not care about your technique.
Yeah, no one cares if you can play Liszt's Transcendental Etudes.
Oh no, I meant for composition. But
Yeah,
for
I know,
piano,
yeah.
it's a little different.
No one cares if you can make backhanded 2-5-1s.
Zulowski had a really good question, which is, I mean, this is kind of a philosophical thing, but does all music have to have a deeper meaning, or does all beautiful music have to have a deeper meaning?
I mean, I've had friends who write music with no meaning at all, and they kind of slap a program on it after the fact. And I think, those types of pieces can be just as expressive, just as emotional as pieces that where you have this particular story in mind from the beginning.
Uh-huh. Well, there is a certain type of meaning that's inherent in music, or like intrinsic in music, without there needing to be like another intellectual exercise on top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's kind of on the listener to give it meaning in a way. Like how like different cultures in their music considers keys differently. Like the minor key might sound sad to us, but it might sound happy to other people. So maybe it's on the person to sort of give it a meaning, like the person who's listening. But also, I think it's important for the composer to want to evoke something, because then that really centers their work on that feeling. It's complex. It's hard to explain. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, wait. Oh yeah, I'm unmuted. Great. It's like, I think that as a composer, writing a piece that means something to ourselves is really important. Like, why put effort into any kind of art form if you simply don't care about it? You just want to like do stuff for the sake of doing it without having a bigger meaning like behind it. But then again, what is beautiful and not is very subjective, and of course, different people will interpret
think
your
it's-
piece very differently.
I think it's
Yeah.
more satisfying to like share something with someone else, and that something like means a lot to you, rather than just sharing something with someone without that something meaning anything to you. Kind of like there's more of like love in a way, like when you're writing something that you really like and you want to share with someone else. like it's more sentimental. It's more like close to home, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I mean, I agree with Fro. I mean, I think like there's two schools of composers. There's there's multiple types of composers, but I think I agree with Fro in the sense that like whenever I'm writing a piece that like I started off with a meaning, it somehow comes up more cohesive. But it's not always what my audience enjoys more. It's kind of weird. It's like for me, I like feel more connected to a piece when I have a meaning, right? But then sometimes when I write something without a meaning, or just like, you know, based on the music itself, then like it actually resonates more with the audience sometimes. Does that make sense to anyone?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Because maybe it's the fact that, you know, if you're trying to push a meaning onto a music, it actually suffocates the audience's ability to create meaning themselves. Right?
Yeah, I think leaving some things up to interpretation it's definitely a valid choice to make when you're writing your music.
I feel like it's more of a music giving you the meaning than you giving the music meaning. Like you know, when you write something down and you really enjoy it, I mean, it's the notes that really like it's the music itself that you're writing down that like is giving you a certain meaning. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes it just pours out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could talk about meaning and stuff all day because I could definitely myself.
Yeah.
Costa ZL asks, does technology have a big impact on how we create music today compared to the past?
Well, if someone can write a prelude in an hour on like a little computer, or if someone can write a sonata in 30 minutes. I remember there's someone, I think their name is like Raya Kohli on MuseScore, and they wrote a sonata in 30 minutes. Like I'm pretty sure it like makes things a lot faster, but also I would be very careful with how you use like technology to write music because you don't want to just be like rushing it. And that's something that I struggle with. I kind of rush my compositions sometimes, and I think it's better to just like think about the placement of every single note and think about what you're doing versus just kind of like using technology as like just a superpower to write things down just for the sake of, you know, composing something in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think the thing with technology now that's different in the past is that everything is so accessible. Like you can go on IMSLP and find like 1 billion scores. And studying composition isn't nearly as difficult or as privileged as it needed to be a composer back in the day. And like we have tons of incredible composers who are like 12 years old and they're phenomenal, and they're a lot more common now than back in the day, and that's because of access and technology.
I still think that there will always be someone who stands out among the bunch, even if there are like a bunch of 8-year-olds who can write symphonies, like a bunch of new Mozarts or something like that. There's always going to be someone who's better than the rest, but that's subjective.
Yeah. Fro, do you have anything? Do you want to comment?
Yeah, like I think that like technology in general has made it really easy for anyone to become like a composer, to compose. I mean, anyone can download a notation software and start notating and listening to the playback with little or no education. So it's super easy to get started. But on the other hand, I think like at the same time it has become a lot harder to actually to stand out as a composer. It's super hard to make a living out of it. It's super hard to like do something serious with it, because there are so many composers out there who compose just for fun, and most likely your piece will get drowned in like thousands of pieces because it's so easy. It's too easy, in my opinion.
Also, I'm wondering if someone can write too much to the point where it's kind of hard to find something that stands out among their compositions. Like, for instance, I write a lot. I write too much, I think. Like, I wrote 2 sets of 24 preludes in a year in the sonata, like, and now I'm starting to think maybe I'm writing too much because I'm not, like, taking the time to, like, really write things that stand out. And that, I feel like it's kind of technology's fault, but I don't know.
That's interesting.
But like when you write your pieces, do you write them from your heart? Like, do you feel like it's you writing the pieces, or do you feel like you're writing the pieces
It
just
depends.
because you can?
It depends on the piece. Like what it depends on like how much I've thought about it before. Like sometimes I'll just come up with an idea and it just kind of pours out of me. Sometimes I'll try too hard to write. I'll try too hard to write down something that people would see as good.
Yeah, but I was thinking about, like, say Mozart, for example. He wrote like 1,000 pieces. I don't know. Like, he wrote a lot of pieces every year, and because he had his own voice composing these pieces for him, like literally every piece that we listen to by Mozart is considered really good because he's like a genius. And yeah, that's the same thing with Bach and Chopin and Rachmaninoff, every single composer. And like, if you find your inner voice, it doesn't matter if you write 50 pieces in 1 year or 2 pieces in 1 year. They will all be great because it's your voice. It's you composing them like from your heart.
My God, I got beef with this whole thing about the composer's voice.
Ooh.
Because like,
Uh-oh.
I don't think people should care that much into like I need to find my own original voice. Just write what comes to you. And if you sound like you are from the 19th century, so be it. That's fine.
Cough, cough.
Okay. That's so I think that's a really good way of looking at it, just because like too often, right, we think that by writing music that is like quote unquote uniquely our style, that that is somehow like the best kind of music that we could write like at that moment. But it's actually kind of like forcing yourself into like a corner in a way, because you're like, okay, I have my particular style or I have my voice, then everything I write must like sound like it's coming from that voice. Does that make sense? It's like, oh, I only have that one voice.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why like all my music. Oh, go ahead, Mikey. Yeah, go ahead.
Just you do you, I would say.
No, I'm saying it's a little bit more nuanced than that. It's a little bit more nuanced than you do you,
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
So,
I think that we have like our musical voice the same way we have our speaking voice. It's there, it's natural, and I don't think there's much you can do about it. Just compose whatever comes to mind, and it will automatically be your voice.
It's different when you're talking to someone. Now, this is kind of related. When you're talking to someone and you're trying to say things that you think they'd like versus just speaking your mind. It's kind of like that.
yeah, I was saying like there's a difference between like trying to say something that you feel like right, I guess that makes sense. It's like how you're perceived externally, like by the world. Like they like, okay, like this guy always does romantic music, so you know, how come he's composing like contemporary or avant-garde now, you know, like that's not his style, you know.
Like, you have to be honest with yourself, just to put it simple, but of course it's probably more nuanced.
Definitely.
I mean, that's why, like in comp school, you learn a huge variety of techniques and styles for you to kind of figure out what you like and not be pigeonholed into one particular thing. And you don't know what you don't know until you try it, or what you don't like until you try it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'll just do one more question. Killian asked, is it legitimate for the audience to try to find a meaning or a story behind music that doesn't clearly show meaning or a story? Like, what, you know, is it legitimate?
I mean, why wouldn't it be legitimate is the question. I mean, it's their experience. They are perfectly valid to interpret a piece of music however they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you think something's trash, okay, you're fine. You're valid. If you think my piece sucks and I never should have written it, you're valid. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
I think that's
that's a little overboard.
I feel like this is going somewhere else.
no, I think this is a like biological thing almost. Like if we hear a sound, like if we are sitting in our room and we hear a sound, we will immediately try to analyze it and find out what it is. Is it some kind of danger or what is happening? Like what's going on? We're always trying to make sense of what we're hearing. And I think we are doing the same thing with music. Like when we hear something, we're trying to make sense of what we are hearing, and it can make us feel things like danger or hatred or love or disgust or whatever. I think it's very very normal for everyone.
To feel disgust when listening to someone else's music?
no, but to try to interpret what we hear. It can be anything really. It's very individual.
Oh. Okay.
Is that what you feel when you listen to my music? Disgust?
I feel interest when I listen to your music, Ethan.
I feel curious, and also I sometimes I get a chuckle out of some parts of the piece. I usually get a lot of chuckles, especially even when listening to like pieces considered serious, like considered serious by the masses, like Beethoven or something like that. Sometimes I get chills. Sometimes I laugh. Sometimes I cry. You know, it's music.
So, okay. I mean, okay, I want to say something like with regards to like the physicality of music, you know? Because there's like the emotional aspect, right? And then just like the physical aspect of it, right? Because when you listen to music, you can get a really physical feeling, like depending on the timbre, or like the way the instruments sound, the sound vibrations, right? And you know how like your entire body is like made out of skin. I mean, the way all of your skin has like vibration sensors, you know? So like the way you listen to music has like a physical aspect to it. And so I'm just, I just, yeah.
So like, I remember one of my jazz teacher said one time, like if you're anxious playing, so this kind of relates. If you're anxious and you're playing, if you have like stage fright and you're playing music, the people in the audience can sense that. Just pointing that out. So like if you're feeling sad when writing a piece of music, or you're feeling sad when you're playing music, the people in the audience might as well feel that.
Oh, they absolutely can. They absolutely can.
But don't cry when you're playing. Don't do that.
Why? It's fun. I've actually done that before.
Don't be one of those guys.
In public?
No, in a classroom. I go to an art school. One time I was like playing Rachmaninoff Elegy or something like that, and I was having a really rough day, and I guess I almost like cried, but I had some tears going down my cheeks, of course. But
That's
that could have been like a movie moment.
no.
It's like your coming of age story.
Anime moment.
Anime.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
No.
Rachmaninoff's Elegy number 5.
I thought we only wrote one.
Okay, so just to clarify Killian's question from earlier, he meant if the audience thinks that you meant something different than what you actually intended. I guess like one example of that would be like, you know, like people now calling, you know, Moonlight Sonata when Beethoven didn't even think about Moonlight when he was writing it, you know?
Oh, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I really don't like it.
I mean, if they're dead, who cares?
I mean, it's
Okay, fine. Let's say that happened to you
Okay,
while you're alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'd think about why they call my piece that, and if I agree with them, then maybe I'd be like, well, that's cool. I'll call my piece that. But in Rachmaninoff's case, sorry, I keep mentioning him, but like people always called him Mr. C sharp minor because they liked his prelude in C sharp minor so much, and he got offended by that.
I mean, I know he hated that piece. Cause...
And they chanted in each and every one of his recitals, C sharp minor, C sharp minor, and like I would hate that. I would run off the stage.
No, but that's different than the question, okay, guys.
But it's sort of related.
there is nothing we can do about that. We can't control the masses.
Wow, way to sound elitist like heck.
Oops.
But yeah, I think that's a really fun point maybe to end
So-
on. Oh, sorry, go
So
on.
you're asking like, what if the audience feels something different than what you intended? Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Just
No, but like maybe like they try to like cancel you because like they think that you're being offensive to them, you know? Or
I mean, what would you be doing that's I'm sorry.
what's so offensive? What's offensive about writing like a tritone?
no, that's not offensive. But like, let's say you try to like use Asian instruments or African instruments, and then you get like blamed for cultural appropriation. Okay, I know that's like this is totally separate, but you know,
I feel like in that case, like if you don't acknowledge like where it comes from, then it's kind of appropriating culture, I think. And also, especially like if you don't have enough knowledge about where you're getting the influence from, maybe that's also something that probably wouldn't be too accepted. Like if you know nothing about Spanish culture and then you just go around walking with a sombrero on, it almost looks like you're making fun of the culture. So if you like know nothing about Mozart, and then you go write something like about his sonata in C major, K545, and you just kind of like try to sound like it, but you can't because you don't like know. Maybe that's offensive to some people. I mean, it's probably cringeworthy, but I've definitely done that before.
right. That just stems from ignorance, then, not so much from
Or you could be like purposefully ignorant and try to make fun of them on purpose.
Oh jeez.
No, that would just be obnoxious. Like there's something that's inherently like, I feel like, for me at least, I just feel like a little bit distasteful, or like I just feel a little bit disgusted. It's not the best word, but I can't think of another one. Like by like parody music, you know, parody or like ironic music, you know, because I feel like it just kind of like it corrupts the whole point of music, in my opinion.
If someone takes like a piece of music that's like meaningful to you, and then they just like make fun of it in their own composition and they play it sarcastically, I'd be disgusted. Like if they took my like one of my favorite pieces by Rachmaninoff, yes, again him, the Etude Tableau Opus 39 number 5, and then they go ahead and like make a pop song out of it, I'd be disgusted. I'd turn that crap right off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Turn it into anything but pop, please.
Or Christian contemporary music.
All right, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Okay, it's getting off topic.
Let me see. Oh, one more good question from Killian. Do you think we're in a time where we force composers into contemporary music by saying that they stick to an old time if their compositions sound romantic or baroque? I think that's a great question to end on.
I think academia is definitely, there are definitely academic circles that are focused on aesthetic and sounding of a particular maybe era, or maybe like you like pop music or rock music, that's seen as not as respectable. But I think those people are kind of like dying out. They're kind of like old and going away slowly. I think times are changing, and the idea with composition school is that you learn from a huge variety of aesthetics and styles, and you choose what you want to take from, if any. You know, but you don't want to go into like a composition class saying like, okay, this is how I like to compose, this is the only way I'm going to compose. So you have to be open to what do they throw at you as a composer, as a contemporary classical composer.
Yeah.
I think a better way to like go about like with the whole avant-garde thing, when people are saying, "Oh, you're going too old," is maybe just to try and like maybe encourage them to go check it out, and if they don't like it, that's fine. You can like what you want to like. If you don't like Schoenberg, that's okay. You don't have to. No one told you have to. No supreme being is telling you that you have to adopt avant-garde techniques.
Right. No, I totally agree with you, Mikey, but I think like the question was more along the lines of like, you know, if you want to be like a professional composer, or if you want to make it in like the contemporary classical world, right? Are you forced to be a contemporary composer? And I think,
I think so, but like it's hard to explain, but like I want to know what people consider as contemporary. Like if you want me to sound like whoever's like the newest and most inventive composer of this day, I wouldn't just go and copy their stuff. I would try to immerse myself into as many different types of music as possible, and take what I like from each one, and kind of like do my own thing, because what we listen to will in some way, some shape or form, be regurgitated in our music.
Yeah. Ethan, do you want to comment?
No, I'm good.
Fro, did you want to comment on that?
I think it all boils down to like where you want to be as a composer. Like if you want to take take space on this stage, on the classical stage, I think exploring contemporary music is really beneficial for you. But like, if you just want to compose and have a good time, you don't have to give a shit about what people think about you. Just do what you like, essentially. I don't know. Maybe that was off topic.
No. I think in some ways, none of us are quite too qualified to answer that question, actually, because just because of the demands of a contemporary of a composer these days, are really far, really diverse. Even there are different demands for film composers as there are for video game composers, or YouTube composers like myself, or composers who are in academia, right? It's different requirements for each of them, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of interesting. Yeah. It's a definitely a really hard question to answer. At least for me. I don't think I could answer it.
Yeah, that's a really tough question.
You got to think about what the people want, I think, but that's also really hard. And also what you want. I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable enough to answer that question professionally. I don't know. I'd have to ask someone like Hans Zimmer, how did you do it? I can't go back and ask Chopin, how'd you do so well? How'd you do so well with the public? Or I can't go ask the most prominent pop musician, how'd you do it?
And times were different back then, the way music is consumed is so much different now, and that's why it's different. it's harder actually to that's why it's hard to do romantic music these days.
Maybe the most accurate answer I could give is knowledge is power. Go learn as much as you can.
Interesting.
But then again, there are people who think Alma Deutsche is the epitome of contemporary classical music.
What's that? Hold on. What is
Alma
it called?
Deutsche. Oh, she's she was this 12-year-old prodigy. She was in. She's a meme with Set, who wrote that sonata. Yeah, that girl, the interesting girl.
Oh.
So basically all her music is in a Mozartian romantic.
Mozart and Disney combined.
Why?
I don't hear Disney.
Why is she so famous?
Because she's 12. Well, she was 12 when
It's just because of her age. Just because she was able to improvise something that sounds like Mozart at the age of who knows what. That's why she's popular.
People are ooh woo.
Just because she sounds like somebody that people consider genius.
Yeah, but she is really talented though. I mean,
she is very, very talented.
Yeah. I can agree
and
with that.
everything.
I was this is not what people consider contemporary classical.
I don't think a lot of people know her for her compositions, her piano concerto or whatever. I think people just know her for that one video she did with, I think it was on 60 Minutes or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And she improvised something. I think that's just it.
Yeah.
I think her performance is at Carnegie Hall.
And she's done really well. She's really good at playing.
Good for her. I'm proud of her. But I do agree that when she gets older, I don't know if that's gonna last. That whole child prodigy craze. And who knows? Maybe she'll be composing avant-garde music at 25 years of age.
I thought she said though that she really disliked modern classical music. I don't think she'll do maybe she won't get past that point as a child prodigy. Maybe she probably won't be on the same and it's like doing things the same way. It's like Jacob Collier, like he's really like looking into new things and he's bringing new things to the table, but she definitely isn't.
Oh, yeah.
So she said something like someone told her that like melody is old news. I'm like, that's not true. That's just, there are plenty of composers who write beautiful melodies nowadays. Famous contemporary composers who write.
Ludovico Einaudi, I think. That's one of them. That writes like.
No, I don't think he qualifies.
I don't know.
Let's see. Well, you probably won't.
Hiruma, river flows in you. La la la.
Okay, I think this conversation probably could go on for another 2 hours, but I think this is a good point to take a pause. Okay, so let's take a poll on chat. How you guys are doing? Are you guys enjoying the conversation, or like what what was your experience today with this whole composer forum?
Yes.
Yeah, I think for me it was really, really enjoyable.
Now we have to compose, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this is something fun. This is something fun that I had planned. All right, I'm gonna turn on a little bit of a lo-fi pop music. So this is something I had planned for a chat to for us to all be involved. Is that we want to take suggestions from the chat for like a theme for us to do a composition challenge on. So we're going to be composing something within a time limit, which is like 20 minutes. I think that's do you guys think that's a good amount of time? 20 minutes?
Maybe 30.
I don't want to go too long because
yeah, I mean,
chat's just going to
be watching me. I feel like though,
yeah,
unless you're like doing the challenge too.
I am doing the challenge. Yeah, I'm gonna do it with you guys.
Yeah, but I don't know if people would want to like watch someone be like, okay, I'm gonna place this note here, and okay, I'm gonna.
Well, that's what people watch me do. That's what people watch me do on my regular composing challenges. On YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, but you cut some parts out of it, so it's like people can like watch the full thing, and
That's
you speed it up sometimes.
So how long do you guys think we should do?
20 minutes is okay.
I think 20 minutes is good. I mean, this is not supposed to be good.
Okay, so
this is for fun.
Yeah. Okay, so let's hear some suggestions from the chat. Like, okay, it can be like a theme, or it could be like a melody, or an idea, or an emotion. Okay.
Happy birthday.
Not anything but happy birthday.
Today's Mozart's birthday. Did you know?
Happy birthday, Mozart.
Okay.
Zulowski said the DSE right theme.
Oh.
Right, for an ensemble or instrument you never touched before. Ooh.
Oh boy, this is gonna suck.
These are all harder than I expected.
I only write for piano. What do I do?
No, let's do piano only, just cause otherwise, I mean, okay. I can't even write for other stuff, so let's just do piano. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, there's a lot of suggestions. Funeral march as opposed to happy birthday. Car crash, Mozart related because it's Mozart's birthday. Dies
What
Irae.
about the first like 4 lines of the Sonata K545?
What is that? Dun 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 dun. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
No.
No, that's obnoxious.
Yeah, I agree on that.
What the hell is that link?
Zulowski.
Why?
That's a virus. I swear.
No, Zulowski wouldn't do that. Dun 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 dun
Or
dun
would he?
dun dun dun. So Dies Irae is his suggestion. What do you guys think? That's a good melody, actually.
Are
'cause
we allowed to
composers-
transpose?
Yeah, of course you can transpose. I mean,
Wait, I don't know that theme.
no, it's
Oh,
on
okay.
it's on my browser right now.
Oh yeah, I
Dun,
see.
dun,
Only
dun.
those tones.
Yeah, only those 8 notes, cause I mean the DS array theme is like a little bit longer, but everyone knows it, kind of, and a lot of composers have used it in their works. So I think this is a good suggestion. What do you guys think?
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Mikey?
Sure.
Is Mikey still there? Mike?
Yes.
Okay. Are you okay with this one?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So I think Zulawski, we're gonna use your suggestion. Okay, so 20 minutes on the clock. Okay, you guys all have your sheet music stuff set up, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
gonna assume so because I have to get mine set up as well. All right. So what's gonna happen now is you guys can all mute we can all mute each other, so that way we're just gonna do the challenge, and then I'm gonna write in chat actually like 3, 2, 1, so that everyone knows when we start, and then I'm gonna press my timer, and then once I say stop, I'll do it over VC or on chat, and then you guys all stop. Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take your word for it that you guys
Capiche.
are gonna stop when I tell you to stop. We're not doing this for money, so I don't think anyone's gonna cheat.
Or are we?
Ooh.
Well, maybe you. Maybe
Ooh,
you.
should we make this more interesting?
No.
Okay, I think chat will decide the winner. Okay. And whoever wins should get something at least. All right, just bragging rights for now. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
that works. Okay.
Let's go ahead and
Got
begin.
it.
Okay, so I'll count down. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so hold on. Let me just. I'm gonna write it on my, because I have to make sure that chat can follow my stuff. So I have to do a little bit of prep work. So theme on DS array in 20 minutes. Okay. And then composer. And then yeah, whatever. Okay, so you guys all ready, right? Just make sure one more time, just because
Yes, I'm ready.
I don't want to
Yeah.
start and then stop. Okay. Someone said Lionel is definitely gonna cheat. I am known for cheating. But not in like a malicious way, okay? Okay, I just want to make sure actually. I cannot even hear. Sorry, I gotta make sure that I can hear myself, because my composing is gonna be for Twitch, so people are gonna listen to me, to make sure that they're not gonna listen to nothing. Sorry guys, just bear with me for a second. Okay. They said I can't cheat now that it's live. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so you guys can all hear that. Twitch chat, you guys can hear, right? Actually, I need to turn down a little bit because I remember it's a little loud. Okay, cool. All right, we are ready to go. Composers all ready?
Yes.
Oh wait,
I'm
hold on a
good.
second. My
I was born
camera
ready.
battery just went out. I have to switch it. 1 second.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Ready. All right. So I'm gonna start the timer. Hold on a second. So many things to keep track of. All right. So here we go. I have to. Okay. 20 minutes. Okay. All right. You guys are all in chat. So just mute yourselves once you start composing. Okay. All right. 5. Everyone ready? Just one more ready from you guys.
Ready.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 5, 4.
Period.
Shut up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So I'm gonna mute myself. Okay, guys. Okay, chat. So it's me against these 3 hooligans. And, you know, I gotta win, okay? So these people stand no chance because I've actually experienced at writing stuff. Dun, 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 dun. So that's the theme, right? So let's see here. Okay, so let's start off with a, you know, really long dun, 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 dun. So a slight variation on this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe change the time signature to 3/4. Yeah, let's hear it. Right. Okay, so I gotta increase the tempo on this. Crap. Not off to a very good start right now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make it 8th notes. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Oh shoot! Sorry, I forgot to turn off the background music. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Thanks. Whoever asked that, thank you. Okay. Okay, so actually, you know what? Let's just go back to the other song. This is seriously nerve-wracking because like every time I do these composing challenges, I do them by myself, you know? So now I'm like doing it against other people and I feel like the pressure is more. Oh shizzle, it's getting good. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, I just realized you guys are gonna be totally biased because you guys are gonna watch me and then okay, hopefully mine's just the best. Okay. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yes, thanks. That's a great suggestion. Okay. Okay, so let's do a big, you know, like a crescendo here. Then. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, so. Unfortunately, none of the other people have their streams open. You know, like none of them are streaming. So, I guess next time I should give them private rooms so that maybe they can do it. Yeah, next time I'll do that. Yeah, so I think. Da 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 da. Da da da. Okay, so make sure this is F. Let's hear it. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da. Oh God. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay. Oh, so we now switch to 4/4 all of a sudden. Random switch to 4/4. Did not expect it, but it's what I'm hearing. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Some break out the arpeggios because arpeggios always sound good. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Okay, so that's a lot. Okay, so let's do this. Are you saying that sarcastically, original? Okay, so. Look, okay, my intention is to win, not to make something original. Okay, so we're in D major. We have to, sorry. D minor. D minor, D minor. Okay, so. Da 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 da. Okay. Da 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 da. You guys know when I'm in it to win it. Let's make this FF. Let's hear how it sounds. No. Da 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 da. Okay, so. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh no, that's too much. I don't want to go in that direction. Okay, let's hear what we have so far. Okay, so yeah. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I don't even know if this is gonna work. Oh my god. This is so nerve-wracking. I wonder how the other composers are feeling right now. Because this is the first time I'm sure any of them have done something like this. Oh, this is so I don't like it, but I don't know what else to do. Okay, so that would sound weird. Okay, let's listen to what we have so far, because I want to make sure the feeling is right. Remember, guys, quality over quantity. Oh no, that doesn't work. Okay, so da 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 da. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. Da 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 da. Okay, so let's hear how it sounds. No. Okay, so okay, so this is like a more this is a more you know okay, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait, oh fudge. I lost my train of thought. Too nervous. Okay, so we gotta make it a little bit more quieter. piano playback is so loud. 5 minutes. Oh, so this is over here. Okay, so here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. This is so angsty. Okay, so oh, I messed it up, but whatever. I can't fix it now. Okay, so okay, so I think fuck. Sorry. I wonder how they're doing. Oh. Okay, so okay, so this is a quieter part. Okay. Actually, no, let's just do MF. MF for the win. Okay, so okay, so I think we'll just end on that note. Okay, because I gotta be sure to be on the voice chat. Okay, so cool. Okay, so I think that's it for me. This is crazy. And then Shift D, yeah. I don't really have time, but I gotta add in some percussive marks so that way it'll sound a little bit better, you know? So obnoxious. Oh my god, 15 seconds left. Oh my god. No, I don't have time. Oh, shit. Alright, you know what? Alright, I have to go. I have to go on chat now. Okay. Okay, guys, time's up. Stop writing. Stop writing.
Yep. I'm done.
Oh my god.
Stop writing.
What do I do now?
All right, time's up. Print out the PDF first.
Print it out, like on paper.
Okay.
Wow,
Should
that
I
was.
send you the XML file because it's MuseScore and you have Sibelius?
Yeah, well, I would say if you can print out the MP3 from your MuseScore, that's probably the best. That way, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I can do that.
I could play back your score using my VST, which is the Garriton, or we could do your VST that you already have. What do you guys want?
I'll just do MP3, honestly. Because
Okay.
I have a good sound that I edited into the.
No, that's the one to use then. Okay. Fro and Ethan, you guys are both okay with that?
With what? I was not listening.
Just print out the MP3 from your software, you know?
Got it.
Okay, cool. And I will do the same thing, so that way it's completely fair. Oh, shoot.
Oh crap, it's almost a minute long.
Yours is a minute?
Yeah.
Mine is 16 seconds.
Oh, God, okay. Mine's is 90 seconds, so... but I have to... I don't know if I can print out my thing because I'm running rewire mode, and if you're running rewire mode, I'll just play back from my Sibelius. It's fine. I don't want to deal with. Okay, so I'm gonna play back your guys first. I'll do mine's last. Okay.
Do you want only the MP3, or do you want the score as well?
Oh, both, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, you guys send it in the. Awesome. All right. Michael, is it okay if I do yours first?
Yeah, just get the worst done and over with. I'm kidding. It's probably not that bad.
Yeah, it's probably not bad. My chat got to listen to me screaming for like 20 minutes straight.
Why was it painful to write over the DSC right theme?
Oh no, I was just really nervous.
Oh, okay.
How did you guys feel?
I was just pouring things out. I wasn't really judging myself. Maybe that isn't a good thing, but I mean, so I've been listening to a lot of Medner recently. He's a Russian composer, of course. I just kind of let that come out. Hopefully it did.
Ooh. And even put in a lot of pedal markings too. Holy crap, dude, your score looks tight.
I should have made them invisible though, like the pedal markings, but I didn't have time. So.
No, that's fine, dude.
You love 6/8, don't you?
Yes, I do. I was thinking of doing 4/4 and like making everything triplets, but that's too tedious.
Okay. Cool.
Oh my god, that looks great.
That looks great. I know. I was like, holy crap.
Oh my god.
How did you write all
Prolific.
those, like, man, tempo markings too? Okay, let me just double check that the audio is working. Stream. You guys can hear that, right?
Yeah.
Was that from games?
Yeah, that was from games.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, let me just double check the chat. Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's listen to contestant number 1, Michael Nicked. Okay.
Oh no.
Dude, this is actually really fun. I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, so let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I can't hear anything.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I messed up because I muted my Discord audio that you guys were hearing instead of muting my microphone, and so you guys missed part of that. So I'm gonna play it again, okay?
Okay, there's one measure that doesn't sound right.
Oh, that's too
Because
bad.
I did
don't
minor
care.
over minor over major.
Yeah.
Ew.
No, but what? So, wait, you're saying like it sounded wrong, as in?
It sounded wrong, but that's okay. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play it back again just because I muted the wrong thing. Okay, that way you guys can all listen to it. All right. Okay.
Well, I hope it worked.
Really nice. Really nice,
Oh my
honestly.
God.
All right, who's next?
Oh no.
I feel like we should have made Michael's last now. That was really good.
Yeah.
Freaking Michael. Wait, Fro, you didn't? Did you? Oh, you submitted yours. Okay, Ethan.
I did.
Let's do Fro's next because yours is short.
Oh.
Yeah?
Mine is so bad.
All right, fine. I'll just do Ethan's
That's
then.
what we all say about our own music. But guess what? It's probably not.
Or it probably is.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, what someone thinks is bad might be something that someone else thinks is like genius.
I hope
Oh.
so. I have like, yeah.
Ethan, you gave me a 3-minute file, but there's only like
It's
17
mostly
seconds.
rest.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Never mind. Okay. Good job. All right, so Ethan's piece is not. How long is it exactly?
Like 16 seconds.
Oh, okay. That's mad short. Okay, never mind. I thought it was gonna be 3 minutes.
There are two types of composers. There are the Mozarts and there are the Beethovens. Ethan is a Beethoven.
I don't know how or where that came from. Okay, I'm gonna play
Correct.
it and I'm gonna mute myself.
The sound cut off. Okay.
Okay.
Nice and short.
That was short.
I like it.
AF.
Nice.
Let's listen to it again.
That sounded like something that could be used in like an advertisement for something. Try this side effects. Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, earlier I stuttered because I was trying to increase the volume on your thing. Okay, so that's why I played it back. Let's listen to it one more time. Okay.
I like what he did with the DSC ray and the left-hand accompaniment.
Yeah, it's very different. Really, I really like it.
He made it faster in the left hand, and in the right hand, of course, he had the grace note octaves. That was really nice. I like that texture a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank
and
you.
the tech.
Yeah,
like,
I worked on it for 5 minutes and deleted.
Oh, go on.
Oh yeah, I deleted like 5 minutes of work in the beginning.
Oh, because you didn't like the direction that you were going?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, generally in these types of challenges, like I know, like, you know, I just like go with whatever idea, you know, because there's no time to really think about a secondary idea, you know. But it's good that you had the control to do that. All right. Let's go with the next one. All right, this is from Fro.
Oh no.
All right, here we go. Oh, you guys title your thing the same. Okay, here we go. Fro's piece.
Wow. What the heck?
You want it to be that fast, right?
No, it was slower in my playback.
Oh, but it sounded good though.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, hold on a second. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I fucked up. My Ableton has warp on, so I warp your thing.
But it's fine. I mean,
did I mess
that's
up?
a better tempo.
I mean, that was way too fast. No. Let's play it at back. Let's play it one more time. Because my Ableton automatically sped up your file, but it didn't do it for Ethan's or Mikey's. So, yeah, let me just play it again, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's all I had time for.
No, that sounds a lot more normal.
Yeah, that was the tempo I used, so it's normal. But I kind of liked it, like the way Ableton sped it up.
You liked it?
To be honest. Yeah, I did. Because you couldn't hear like how bad it was.
Oh man, it wasn't bad at all.
Personally, I think yours was better than mine. I think
Well,
quality trumps over quantity.
Well, I'm not a big fan of what I made. To be honest.
I sure am.
I had no idea.
I heard
what
some
I was
slight
doing.
Rachmaninoff influence in there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know myself.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it was really, it was a inventive effort.
Mine was just kind of.
No, yours was good too, actually. You know, especially with all the markings that you made. Okay, let's listen to mine now. Oh boy. All right, chat. You guys can now hear the thing that you heard me playing for 20 minutes. Okay. Here we go.
Very nice.
What the fuck? There is no way you didn't cheat. There is no way you didn't cheat.
Well, the chord progression was simple and catchy. I mean, he followed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's definitely a Lionel piece, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking while I was
Yes,
writing.
very much a Lionel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I played it, it will probably sound more less bombastic, you know. But I'm used to doing these kind of challenges for myself, so I was able to.
We need to do more of these challenges. It's fun.
I was able to write
Yeah,
a
it's really
lot.
fun.
Or at least just me. I don't know.
It's not good for my heart though. I was too stressed.
You were stressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
composing is pain for me.
It's painful.
Yeah,
A lot of
especially like
suffering.
this.
A
Yeah.
lot of suffering.
Do you say that because like you're writing stuff that's painful, or are you feeling pain while you're writing?
Just the creative process entails a lot of pain. It doesn't matter if it's a joyful piece or not.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's take the audience vote. Okay, so let's vote. A is Mikey. B. Should we set up a poll? Actually, no. Let's create a poll. That'll be fun. What is that poll website called?
Are we allowed to vote?
No.
Dang it. I would have voted for Fro.
Or we can do our own like vote. Like you can vote for like you know, the anyone besides yourself. How about that?
Yeah.
Where's the poll? What's the poll website? It's called like, I used to use it a lot. It's like poll something. Straw poll. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What the? Is this the right one? No. Okay. Okay, Mikey, Fro, Ethan, Lionel. All right. IP duplication. What does that mean? No, it's okay. Create poll. All right, here we go. Chat, vote.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's just talk about, while chat votes, let's talk about who you think won from your perspective.
From my perspective, I would say Fro won because I think his work is meticulous. I think it's meticulous and it doesn't like have any like blunders in it in a way. Like it's not something that the audience cannot handle. Something like sometimes like I write things that just don't sound natural, even if I like follow my rules of composition. Just doesn't sound natural, and I think Froze definitely sounds very natural.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Okay,
I
Fro.
voted Mikey because he finished.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Fro, who do you vote for?
I would vote for Ethan because because it was the most unique one out of all three of us.
Oh, you're so
and, like,
sweet.
Listening to Ethan's beginning to the piece, it really wanted me to hear more, you know. So even though it wasn't finished, I still wanted to hear what was about to happen in the piece. I think that's really nice.
That's true.
Oh, thank you.
I vote for Mikey. I think his was the most impressive.
Not just because it had a lot of notes in it, right?
Oh no, in terms of notes, mine has the most.
I mean, of course, you have like the fast left-hand arpeggios and the octaves, but
no, yeah. Okay, all right, let's check the poll. Ooh, okay. 8 votes for Mikey. Wow. Congratulations, Mikey.
okay.
That was well deserved.
That was fun. I'll be honest. I mean, I don't care that I didn't win. You know, I I wrote it for, I don't know. I wrote it based on like how I usually do my composing challenges, which is like my goal is to like get a lot of music out right away and then like perform it, you know? But yeah. That was like what I was thinking. It's kind of interesting. I think next time I'm gonna adopt a different strategy.
I just kind of like wanted to build the tension with mine. That's kind of like what my music is. It's kind of tension and release. I mean, that's anything, but yeah.
Yeah. Actually, let's listen to yours again, just because I thought that was cool. Hold on a second. Where is it? Okay. Wait.
You gotta find that minor over major kind of funny though.
Oh. Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah. Really
Also,
nice.
fun fact, when it turns like the C major definitively, in the left hand, the top notes of the accompaniment are the Dies Irae theme, but in major.
No, I noticed that. You kept the Dies Irae theme going in a different
Wow.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Nice.
Mhm.
And it had like really good dynamic contrast too, you know?
I wanted to create like an atmosphere in a way with like with the entire piece in a way. Like I wanted to make it seem like you're like standing in a giant cathedral or like a giant dome and you're like speaking and you're kind of hearing your own echo or you're kind of just wandering around. I wanted to create like space in a way. I wanted to make it seem very spacious.
Hmm. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Awesome. I think this was a good exercise. And I think people in chat say that they really liked it. One thing someone asked, Dragon Slayer asked, was, can you guys work on a theme for 20 minutes, then swap around, and then you have to finish it with a different scale that you started with?
A different scale? That's what I always do.
That sounds interesting. Like maybe we could make themes for each other, like maybe that's interesting. I think that's what they were asking, but like I don't know. Each of us makes a theme and we swap it around.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. Or we can do like this, like we compose something and then another person finish the piece without listening to our part, like the first half of the piece, and just see how they work together. Could also be fun.
We could try writing in each other's style.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Oh no. Then I call Lionel style.
No, we could definitely play around with the variations of this competition format, you know? That was so much fun, man. I gotta say, like, this was probably one of the most fun things I've done on this stream. Okay, guys. Well, all right. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I don't know what else. That was the only. That was like it. That's what I had planned for today. You know.
Yeah. I don't want to like make anything that's last minute. Like.
Yeah. Now some chess until 4 a.m.
No, I've got homework to do. Sorry, I can't play chess until 4 a.m.
It's like 3 a.m. for me, so I should probably.
Oh shit.
And I have lesson at like 9 tomorrow.
Oh
so this
man.
will be fun.
Oh crap.
Yeah, you gotta go
crap,
to sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I wanna thank both of you, all three of you guys, for being on this first ever composer forum. You know, overall, just give a last thought. I hope, you know, from each of you.
Thank you all for having me. It was a blast. I liked composing over the DSC array for 20 minutes, even though it was kind of a pain to like see the things that I did that I didn't really like. Maybe they did work for you, and I hope you liked my stuff. I also hope you liked my etude. I hope it wasn't too bombastic, but you know, everybody has their own taste.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Fro?
Yeah, I have nothing to say really.
Okay.
Other than what Michael said. Thank you. It was
Yeah.
actually it was a lot more fun than I first anticipated. Because I thought my first idea of this forum thing was like it's gonna be all serious and we're gonna have these deep discussions and all that. But it was a really nice like feeling. A lot of laughs, a lot of fun. It was educational as well. I really liked it, and thank you.
I
to
think
all
I learned a lot
you.
from you
Yeah.
three.
Yeah, same here.
Yay! Well, that was the whole purpose of this composition forum thing, is for people to learn. So I'm glad that you realized that.
Education.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
I'm glad you could take away something from this. And this was fun.
Yeah, yeah. And then we'll talk about future. If we do this again, how we can do it differently or improve it. I don't know. Do you guys think this is like the right format?
Yeah, we could definitely like have fun with some different things. Like we could try different ideas. But yeah, I think it works pretty well.
Yeah, we could definitely include more people. I could do presentations on other people's music, and what I like about it, and things like that. And yeah, the world is our oyster.
Okay, cool. I'll let you guys go now, just because I know Fro has to sleep.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like 3 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's mad late.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Alright.
Thank you for this
Period.
lovely evening.
Period.
Thank you guys.
Period.
All right.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Lucid
Night.
nap.
Okay. So everyone is off now. And it's just me with you guys now. Yeah, that was fun. I just gotta say, like, now it's chess time. No, I'm just kidding. I think today I'm gonna just end the stream without doing any more chess, just because I want this episode to be like a standalone kind of thing, Killian wants his revenge. Yeah, no, I think that was a really good, like, that worked out much better than I expected. I'm a little annoyed at myself because I think I should have won that, given the fact that I've done these time challenges, but I went more for like the trying to get like a lot of like, honestly, okay, I'm gonna play mine. Like, literally, I'm gonna play it for you guys. Okay, mine was good if you play it live. Okay, I'm gonna play it for you guys. I'm like, I gotta do it. Hold on a second. I'm a little salty about losing, actually. This is so obnoxious. Alright, I'm gonna play it for you guys, okay? Hold on a second. Alright, you know what? Screw it. I have to I have to practice. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Michael's was genuinely really good. Like, I was like, holy shit. Like, honestly though, putting all these dynamics in, like, that's just try hard, man. Like, this is a 20-minute composing challenge. You didn't need to put in all these dynamic markings and make your performance sound so, like, live and dynamic-y and stuff. Oh, anyway, he totally took it. Ethan's, it was okay, it was a little too avant-garde as always. No, but it was special in that it created like this texture, and then Froze was, it was not bad. It was not bad. It had a clear theme, it had a clear melody, and he stuck to his style. He didn't like deviate too much. But yeah, it could have been better. All right, now that I got my ranting out of the way, that was my venting that I didn't want to say during the during the stream. Oh man. I am so salty. I swear to God, I should have won that. But I think I'm gonna take a different strategy next time and like go with like a more I think that, you know, Mikey's way of doing it with like all those dynamic markings and stuff, that is gonna be my strategy next time. Just like make it sound like it's like a real thing, you know? No, I know you guys are still. No, I know that Fro and Ethan and Mikey, they all watch my stream, so you know, I'm saying all of these with the. Even though I know that they're gonna be watching, I still have to say it. This is my way of coping with my loss. Okay, so anyways, that was really fun. I think, yeah, I'm gonna say goodnight to you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. It meant so much to me to actually be able to host this because I really wanted to, you know, showcase these 3 composers and their works. They were so like different, you know, all of their stuff. And then give them a chance to like, you know, talk and like, you know, well, give everyone a chance to talk with each other and present like their pieces and ideas, you know. So I'm glad that you guys got something out of it. And it seemed like people had a good time, so that makes me happy. Okay, cool. I think that's it. I will call it an end.